Where in your life are you overpromising? Are you overdoing it to some extent? Well, that area of life can get a really, really significant boost of reality to put you in your picture frame to make sure that the picture frame is exactly intente divini. This is all about recognizing to promise and make realistic promises. Because if you don't, you'll get caught in analysis paralysis. It'll become the end of the world for you to promise all that you have delivered on because of the faith and hope in the moment. But then when it actually turns to actions, you can't do it all. And so it's important to not overpromise. That is the lesson of Mercury opposite Jupiter. We're going to talk about that aspect, but I want to talk about the other aspects going on December 25th and 26th. Merry Christmas. This is Christmas time right now. So let's start talking about the astrology of Christmas and the day after, which is called Boxing Day, where you sort of take back your presents or clothes that didn't fit or things that needed fixing or, whatever it is. So we have a little bit of intensity on Christmas Day. We have the moon squaring Pluto. So this is really all about how our uncontrolled impulses led to self-destructive behaviors in our lives. So where have they led to self-destructive behaviors? Where have our uncontrolled impulses led to our destruction in our lives? We may need to really, really look at that very, very critically and clearly at this time, at this time, at this time. We can look at obsessive compulsiveness that has come up through your psyche, certain compulsions, certain obsessions coming up through your psyche, coming up through your mind, your mental realm, all those kind of things like that is very prominent. Is it the need to wash your hands multiple times? Is it the need to do, is it the need to, whatever it is that comes up for you that is obsessive compulsive, this is the time to look at that very, very carefully. This is the time to come face to face with whatever truth you need to confront, coming to face with the truth, digging deep into that truth, finding that truth, and facing it head on, and therefore releasing it after you face it. There is a lot of opportunities for you to heal at very, very deep levels right now, so this is very, very good for healing. This is about having compassion for your impulses and compulsions. This is very, very important as well. It's important to understand the roots of your behavior. Where does your behavior stem from? What is at the root core of what your behavior is? The real reasons, the real anomality-ness of what your behavior could stem from and what it could become. It's important to allow things to unfold as they need to unfold. Don't try to control outcome. Just let things be and go with the flow. This can also bring up sources of crisis at this time. It's important to look at what past experiences are driving your impulses, or driving your need to act on impulse, do the thing, jump up the cliff, make the right decision, make the phone, hang the painting up. What are those experiences that you've had that are turning now into your impulses that you're acting upon? And so don't guilt trip to get your way. That's another really, really important thing here. It's important to do activities that ground you, that can help you to return to a state of balance. What are those, activities that help you to ground yourself, to help you put yourself in a calm, peaceful place, in a grounded place? It also is important to surround yourself with people who can help you feel more stable, more grounded. This is very important at this time. Now, another aspect going on is the sun will sextile the moon. So the sun is in Capricorn, the moon is in Scorpio. So this is all about finding it easier to relax. It's easy to relax right now. Definitely is. And so this is about engaging in leisure activities, whatever those activities are for you. This is about a balance between your personal life and your work life. This is where those two areas of your outside life versus your inner life, they're getting balanced out very, very well. And the new people you meet at this time will be easier to connect with, or you're connecting with your family because it's Christmas and we're celebrating that. It'll be very easy for you to connect and relate to your family this Christmas holiday. Um, and so are you fulfilling societal expectations, or seeking genuine connections? Are you going along with society's standards? Are you just following the imminent book? Or are you um, going with your own grain, so to speak, and forming your own genuine connections on your own accord? And so it's important to evaluate what relationships are holding you back from being your true self. What are those relationships? Now is the time to release them from your life. This is the time also to speak from your heart, to be very, very truthful, to be very transparent about what is on your heart, to have integrity with your speech. This is also about laying the foundations for honest relationships. That could be a formation of this. The moon is also going to square Mars on December 25th. So, when the moon is square Mars, we can feel irritable. So you may be feeling irritable that there isn't enough food for the Christmas holiday, or that this family member didn't come, or this family member did come. These kinds of irritabilities, these issues can sort of start formations and roots and seeds at this time. So this is about finding irritability, revealing friction in your relationships. This irritability is super duper strong, and it is causing friction in your relationships. It's very important to take a deep breath and consider the underlying emotions that are going on behind the scene. This makes it very hard to control your anger at this time. This makes your anger is very explosive, very omnivalent, very out there, very outward. And your anger could be very strong and steady, Pixie, which could be very destructive if not used for the better Musha. This is about experiencing insecurities as threats in your relationship. So you may be um, experiencing this as a result, there are threats in your relationship. It's important not to manipulate others as well. It's important to slow down and process your emotions first. And you are more accident prone at this time. That's what can happen, is you're definitely that. It's important to practice mindfulness during mindfulness activities, meditate, journal, go out in nature, take a walk, even if it's super cold, to do all this kind of things to take care of yourself in that kind of way. It's important to focus on activities that require focus and presence at this time as well. And so your interactions may be very, very intense at this time. This is also about prioritizing open and honest communication as well. It's important to express your feelings without blame and practice active listening. Listen to the other person, really, really listen and take in and absorb what that person has to say to you. That is very, very important now. And any physical activity can help release pent up emotions. This is very prominente Dini. These activities can help you release these emotions. Yeah, the oracle cards that I pulled for today are from The Mystical Shaman Oracle by Colin Baron Reed, Alberto Palaldo, and Marcelo Lobos. The two cards that I pulled for December 25th are, first of all, the Gatherer and the Curse. So this is a time to really, really look at all the abundance that you have already in your life. If you've opened presents for Christmas, take note and take stock of all the abundance and more abundance you have gotten from those presents that you've opened. Find abundance in even the smallest things in your life, what's around you in your life, what exists in your life. Find that abundance and latch on to that because you are so abundant. So it's time to look around your house, look at your surroundings, and count your blessings. It's also important to look at the low-hanging fruit that's already around you. Look to what's already around you in terms of abundance. So this is also about banishing notions of scarcity, getting rid of thoughts of I don't have enough, I'm not worthy enough, all those kind of things like that. Moving toward more positive, abundant kind of thoughts is really, really critical now. This is about confronting karma and your limitations as well, um, be it family limitations, whatever that karma is. When you face the karma, you face the limitations, and as a result, you're moving in your own path and charting your own course with that kind of thing going on right now. So, no. To December 26th. So let's talk about the astrology of December 26th. So the very, very first aspect going on is Mercury will oppose Jupiter. This is the third and final square of Mercury and Jupiter in opposition. So this is about achieving a lot without establishing groundwork. This is very, very important. So you're doing a lot, but you don't have the foundations in place. You don't have the alongside-eds in place. This is where that can be very stressful. It may be hard to remember things at this time as well. And your intellect and action incapable of doing learning when you expect. This is very, very important this time. This is very important to be detail oriented now, to focus on the details, to not get caught up in the forest, but to look at the individual trees of that forest and balance out the details and big picture perspective. Being an attentive and active listener can be transformative. It can be very, very healing and very helpful for you to listen actively and engage in that listening and listen to your and feel looks. This is a good idea to embrace a sense of humor and interesting personality, add a lot of rich dimensions and interactions. It's very, very important at this time. So there could be rational crises and boundless optimism, which leads to monotonousness. What can you do to enhance your focus? That is a very, very big issue at this time as well. Um, So, where were you misunderstood in your past, and where can you go back and fix the misunderstanding? Are you biting off more than you can chew? Because this is the thing with Jupiter. It's all about the big picture. It's all about the big expansive view. And it promises so much, but it doesn't deliver on that promises. So where are you over-promising and not delivering on that promise? Do not skip any part of the process to your advancement, even the tedious parts, even the boring parts, even the laborious parts to your advancement. Do those necessary things for your advancement. The moon will trine Saturn. The moon is in Scorpio, Saturn's in Pisces. So you're feeling more responsible at this time. That is really where it can come in handy. So you're feeling more responsible. You want to take on duties. You want to take on responsibilities. This also looks at greater instincts and a greater sense of common sense. You have a greater sense of common sense right now. And that is a very, very powerful gift. You can make decisions pragmatically. You can act in common sense. This is good for visiting your parents or grandparents or paying respect to your ancestors. This is great for that. Endurance and patience is also they're very, very two very prominent qualities to develop at this time as well. You may have strong links to elders in your family. This is a good time to seek wisdom and guidance from those elders in your family at this time. And your intuition may also provide you with very, very powerful wisdom and guidance as well. Your practical and emotional natures are working very, very well together at this time. And finally, it's good to look through old photo albums and look at past memories and connect to your past as well, since Saturn is all about the past. So the oracle cards that I chose for this day is first of all the Andean Cross Reverse and the Witness. So you've had your opportunity, but that window of opportunity has closed shut. You didn't take advantage of that opportunity. Now it's time to sit, reflect, contemplate, meditate, and wait for the next opportunity to come up. It's also important to be an observer of your thoughts and emotions this time, not getting caught up in the emotions, not getting absorbed in the emotions, not getting too inside your thoughts, but observing your thoughts and emotions from a higher perspective. Seeing things from a higher perspective is really what this is all about. Taking a step back and seeing things from that vantage point is what this is all about. And you can make informed decisions and choices based off of you and your observatory nature. So that is your astrology and oracle readings for December 25th and 26th. Merry Christmas, and I will see you in the next video. Bye for now.